Yeah, hi, and good morning again, and welcome again to my second installation of the 12-step process of recovering from alcohol addictions. Thanks again to my team, Child of God. Really love everything that you guys are doing in regards to this, all of the support that you guys are showing me, and to all of the people that are reaching out. Thanks again to those who are part of the GRAT group. It's so lovely to see your messages and, to be a part of that. It's really something special to me. Look, I'm going to continue with the next few steps within the process. Please stay tuned and check them out. Reach out to me as well if you feel you are gaining something from this video. Yeah, this really is about you people, and I really want to give everyone an opportunity to open up and let's have that conversation. God bless you all. Thank you. Step 4, made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. This is powerful. You look at everything that you've held resentments for throughout your life, and believe you me, you could have a long list. But let's look at it for what it is. In opening yourself up and taking a look at yourself, by writing it down on a piece of paper, you see the situation for what it is. You step away from it. You give it the third eye perspective. Yeah, look at it from a bird's eye view. Yeah, you get an oversight of it. The beautiful thing of that is you're taking the problem out of yourself and you're putting it down in front of you. There is nothing out there that we can't deal with. With God on our side, it can all be dealt with. That's why it's really important that we get step 3 out of the way first, that you get that, but you get it right. Because in order to then move on to step 4, you may well need the higher power to be there for you. Yeah. For me, it was a situation where it had to flow. I took time in doing it. And I really had to get into the flow of it. But once I started flowing, it was just going down. And there were some things on there. But, it's fearless and it's moral. You're looking at your morals, not necessarily the actual criminality or things like that, but just the morals, your thought process. You're analyzing the decisions that you've made and the resentments that you're holding on to. It's a big step. And if, you want to go through these and you want some guidance or to further the conversation, leave a comment. Reach out to us at the Child of God team. Reach out to me personally. I'm more than happy to discuss and go through the steps with you personally. Step 5, admit it to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. Let me take you on a journey with this one. First of all, we've written down our wrongs, and we've highlighted and come up with some areas that are probably quite personal to us. But if you really want to turn your back on your past transgressions, you need to turn it over. It's funny because in the Catholic Church, you have confession. I'm not a Catholic, so it's whereas I've gone through this program and I've begun to get an understanding of what's happening there. You need to face up to it. You need to admit it, what you've done wrong to yourself, to God, and to a trusted individual. Many people will want to bypass this step because this is where it becomes real. What my point there is your ego might want to hold you back. Your ego is that thing, that perception that you have of yourself, that way that you believe people perceive you to be. But for you to now go and admit that to another human and to yourself, you're going to have to smash your ego to pieces. Yeah, you need to face that. Don't skip this step. It's very important. All of the steps are important, but this is the one that I think, is extremely freeing. It frees you up. It releases you from the burden, from the yoke hold of addiction and alcoholism and any dysfunctional behavior. This isn't just about alcohol. This is recovery. Yeah, this is what I want you to understand. This is recovery. And I've had many conversations with people over the last few weeks about this stuff. And I want to give this to you, the world. If there's anyone out there that's struggling with any of the things that I'm talking about, reach out. That's what we want to do. Just reach out. Step 6. We're entirely ready to have God remove all of these defects of character. From step 5, where you've made a list of your moral inventory and you've admitted that to yourself, from that arises a list of defects. Often it's selfish. We won't go into mine specifically, but there was a lot of defects of character there that had to be removed. Step 6 is where you openly ask God to remove all of those defects. Some people say this is where it separates the boys from the men. I personally think it's one of the easier steps, in the sense that you've already opened up yourself. Now you're saying, I want to make a change. And I'm going to allow my higher power into my life to make that change. Changing of behaviors. Yeah. Changing of attitudes, changing of ways of thinking. That's what it is. It starts in your thinking. So, your thinking will then create a behavior. But if you change your thinking, the behavior doesn't come out. So what you're doing is you're changing your thinking before it even manifests into a behavior. And before a behavior turns into a habit, and before a habit turns into an addiction. That's where it starts. Do you see the pattern? So it's about changing your thinking first and foremost. And by opening up yourself and allowing God to remove the defects, remove that thinking, and reprogram the brain with a better way of thinking. And that's what it is. You're reprogramming. When you run a negative program, it's a negative thought pattern. And when I say a negative thought pattern, it's a thought pattern that creates a negative outcome. Because negative is only a label that we give it. What's positive, what's negative? Depends on your perspective. So if it's creating an outcome that you don't want, then it's a negative. Am I right? And that's what this is about. Having God assist you in removing the running of negative programs from your mind. Step 7, humbly asked him to remove all of our shortcomings. Now let's be real. The whole process of recovery is about humility, humbling yourself, removing your ego out of the equation, because it's the ego that's getting in the way. However, this step here really is about humbling yourself and realizing that the assistance in removing a shortcoming will come with the power of God. So, here we are. Look, guys, the thing about this process is really about unloading a lot of baggage, freeing yourself from the shackles of addictions, and how these steps can be applied to your life. Today's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's probably the best time ever to be alive. I know there's a lot of negativity out there in the media surrounding viruses and violence and whatever else, but today really is a beautiful day. Today is a day that you can choose to make a difference in your life and be the best possible version of you that you can be. These steps will facilitate that. I am testament to it, and I apply them in my life, and it's given me a wealth of richness, and I want to share that with you. So look, please give us your feedback, get in touch, apply these steps to yourself. It really is worth it. God bless you all.